Not late. I don't care how many times you say in the chat was not late, but I am tired. I'm tired as hell. I don't even have anything witty to say, Ryan. What's up?
Oh, is that a change from usual?
I'm fucking tired. Well, I attempt. I didn't even make an attempt to say anything witty.
No, that's all right. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm pretty tired too, randomly, but I'm doing good. I had some coffee this morning. I'm ready. I filmed a Snow White video. So yes, I'm ready. It's the last daily, so that's always like makes me happy. We're at the end of the fucking week, which is good. So I don't have to do any more of these with you this week. Always that gets me going, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why I could not sleep. I couldn't sleep for shit last night. So I tried. I just tossed and turned, and I was so stressed out. Being a streamer is such a hard job. I just was thinking, like, man, I just wish my job wasn't so difficult and so stressful. And I understand what Hassan was saying now. I totally get it. I don't know, like, so Ryan uploaded a video 2 minutes before we go live. Was his intent to make people not watch daily because he's so miserable? What do you think, chat? Was he trying to sabotage daily? I think so.
I don't think it fucking matters all that much.
I don't think it matters either. Through our experience, we've already found that out. But yes,
it is Friday. I did it because I didn't put a video out last night at like midnight-ish, so I didn't really want to wait till like noon or 12:30 or whatever to put out another video, because I'm going to want to put another video out before Friday Night Tights. I wanted to give it at least 4 hours, you know. There's a lot of thought that goes into the strategy.
It's a tough job. It's a tough job. And let's see. But the chat is having fun. I see 5 gifted memberships from Dom H. Thank you, Dom H. Appreciate you. Your brother, not so much, but you're cool. We like you. You're cool. So we appreciate you around here. Cider Hype says, let's see. Why her eyes like that, though? I haven't looked at the thumbnail. Who are we talking about? Okay, here
I'm guessing he's talking about Rachel Zegler, but you know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, listen, I don't like agreeing with Ryan, okay? She's not ugly.
No,
she's not Gal Gadot, but she's not ugly.
No, yeah, it's like people are like, oh my god, it's like one. There's a couple like obviously like random screenshots from the trailer that's like, yeah, that kind of looks weird. Overall, I think she's a very pretty girl. It's weird. It's like she's like 22 fucking years old, so I'm not gonna sit there and like fucking simp for her or something, because I think that'd be a little strange. But I think people that are like, she's a 3 at best. Y'all keep talking behind your fucking random profile pictures. Okay.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, she is an ugly person.
Yes, that certainly doesn't help.
She is a very ugly person. She is a terrible, terrible person. Very unlikable. Her mannerisms are awful. The way she talks, the way she acts, the way she behaves, all of that.
And Gal Gadot is one of the most stunning like women in the world, like in my opinion. You know what I mean? And also when she's doing interviews or whatever, she's also kind of nice and bubbly or whatever. That also helps with Gal.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But ultimately, I'm all for people that like has Rachel Zegler reached that, like, she's not reached that anti Brie Larson level that we saw a few years ago. I don't think she's that unlikable. But just in terms of,
I've been on the Brie Larson defense bandwagon for a long time too.
I know that, but I'm just talking about when the Brie hate was at an all-time high. Has Rachel Zegler reached that unlikable status? And I don't think she has. I don't think she's reached that Brie Larson.
I don't know, but I'll say this: she's more deserving of it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude. Brie Larson straight up said she does not care what a 40-year-old white dude has to say.
I agree, and that was a fucking really bad thing for her to say. That was one thing that she said. Right? That was one thing that she said. Rachel Zegler has a series of fucking clips that are out there, and just her fucking like everyday shit posting on social media or clapping back at fans on Twitter or like whatever, right? We've seen now in a very short time period, 1.5 years or so, like of this Rachel Zegler experience. I think it far outweighs anything that Brie Larson did.
I don't know, man. Brie Larson
said that and then happened to be in a movie that made $1 billion at the box office, but a lot of people fucking despised, right? So there's like a combination factor there. Rachel Zegler, we're about to see what happens in March of 2025 for this movie.
Brie Larson deserves hate simply for her line in Endgame when she just looked at Spider-Man like she was better than him too. So Hi, Peter Parker. Who the fuck are you? He's Spider-Man. You're Captain Marvel. Fuck off. With her lesbian butch haircut she had in Endgame as well. Pissed me off. But that was like, it was more than that, though. There was more than just the 40-year-old white dude comment. That was the main one. But there was a lot of like stuff in interviews and just comments in general that were made. She was pretending she was a bigger deal than she was. I don't think you were covering it back then. I was covering that like crazy.
Oh yeah, I know. You had the highest viewed video you've ever gotten in history is, I think, the interview that she did with Jeremy Renner and
Don Cheadle. And Don Cheadle was in that one.
Don
too.
Cheadle, that was the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I remember, and I remember thinking back then, wow,
what? You're like, oh,
I'd have sex with Brie Larson. Like that's what I was thinking back then.
That doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything to this to if she's likable or not.
So when I get lumped in with the likes of you and Quartering, okay, with your fucking anti-Brie propaganda, I get personally offended by that. I was not on YouTube when Captain Marvel came out. I didn't start my channel until August of 2019. So that's like when I first put out my videos. So I missed the whole Captain Marvel thing. When I get lumped in with the Jeremys, I'm personally offended by that.
Somebody says Jeremy is 50-year-old now, just so you know. Am I?
You're getting there.
I really don't want anyone to know this, so I don't want to. So Kevin Lee says Jeremy is 50-year-old now, just so you know. I mean, I didn't know that, but thank you, I guess. I hope no one sees this to know that I'm apparently 50, thanks to Kevin Lee in the comment section. So I am getting old, though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, like you're the point where if you round up, you basically are. Yeah,
yeah I know.
Fucking close enough.
Yeah, no. Someone said it in the chat, so I'm gonna play it. This is gonna be me right here. Here we go.
I just feel like a young man. I'm so young. I can't believe it. I'm the youngest person. I am a young, vibrant man. I look at Joe. I don't know about him. I don't know.
Young, vibrant man.
A young, vibrant man.
Oh, man. Good stuff. But all right. So we got to get this party started, everybody. Good to see all of you here in the chat. Grizzly Nightmare says the booty is always on duty. There you go. Space comma digger. I just put the comma there, Ryan, with a gift of membership. Just trying to make sure. Okay. Just trying to be sure. Because you never know. I'll let you read this one, Ryan.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I don't think we need.
I'm not gonna say one of those things. Riggedy, biggity, tiggity, piggity, miggity, rigger. Thank you.
Whew. That was tough right there. That's tough. So,
Tobias for two in the wise words of Civvy 11. Fuck you, Randy. Thanks, Tobias. This isn't where I parked my car for two. Jeremy was worried about the Mpox outbreak. I saw some report last night that like the sewers are infested with monkeypox in San Francisco.
Yeah, this whole thing, like, I don't know I haven't been following that closely. I mean, everybody's acting like this is if I'm not mistaken, like there's been hundreds of cases of monkeypox in the U.S. over the last year. But like suddenly now it's being reported like these are the first ones. And I don't know what the hell's happening, man. I don't know if we're heading for another lockdown. I don't know what their angle is here. I do not know.
Well, listen, I'm not exactly the audience for monkeypox news because I'm not fucking dudes in the ass nor getting fucked in the ass by dudes. So, I don't really pay that close attention to it because it doesn't really concern me. But apparently there's been an uptick. Right after Pride Month, there's shockingly a big outbreak in monkeypox.
I know. So shocking. But do I think that do I think that they want to do another lockdown? Yes. Do I think that they'll try it? Yes. But we'll get into that on another stream at another time.
Gene the Machine. Go watch Ramstein. Sown, a German music video that already portrays Snow White as a girl boss, but it's done better and more entertaining than the live-action Disney version clip we saw. Ramstein. Thank you.
I'm still interested to see what the Daily Wire's deal is going to be with theirs.
I'm not expecting a lot out of it, but I think it's just going to be like a simple story that's probably much more wholesome and better than what Disney's about to put out.
Yeah. So guess we'll see. Keenan says, have you seen Pixel starring Adam Sandler? I saw that a while back.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, that was one of the, like, I do like Adam Sandler movies. That one had like a budget behind it, and they were trying to do, like, just let Adam Sandler just be retarded. That's what I need in an Adam Sandler movie. You know what I mean? However, Adam Sandler's a really good actor when he wants to try. Problem is he rarely tries.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll throw it out there like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're just supposed to act retarded with all your other friends and that are in every movie you're in.
Yeah.
George Ramirez for 5 had Tropical Storm Ernesto recently with no power till yesterday, but thank God we're okay. Heard there's a Beardo monkeypox outbreak on the loose now. Hey, that's another rumor that's out there. You don't know. Maybe. Project Taco for 5. I'm back from a kidney stone and from the ER and with a banger. Tagged you in a new hit called Beardo's Soggy Waffle Rave. AI music. No need to worry.
Soggy Waffy.
Soggy Waffy, sorry.
Yeah, got to get caught up on the lore there, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Infamous for $6.99. I'm surprised people aren't leaning into the drama alert ratio logic for the Snow White trailer. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff that is like that's going to be out there. Again, we that have YouTube channels understand how that extension works. That extension is taking a vast sample of people out there that do have the extension enabled and basing off an average of that, right? And most of the time it's very, very close to reality. I might have 35 dislikes on a video, but the extension says 40, stuff like that. The whole Mr. Beast angle was like complete and total bullshit.
That's 100% like bullshit. There's no way that video had a 98% dislike ratio. Yeah. Higher than his channel average after all of this. No.
Yeah, like that's the insane part. It's like, you're going to tell a fucking lie like that. And again, I have not been covering the Mr. Beast stuff. I'm not going to cover that shit on my channel. But if you can't believe anything these people are putting out there, they're literally just lying about everything that's coming out. So the idea that you would tell a lie and make it look so it has fewer dislikes than a normal video on your channel is wild. And it's really stupid. If you were going to do that, you should have just said, hey, it's at a 92% like ratio. It has like a couple 100,000. Okay. Whatever. That might be enough for people to buy it.
Showing that it was ridiculous. The showing that it's higher than the normal channel average that was such a bad look. So yeah, that was just bad. But yes, we've known it's very close though. Like you average it out to like any of the videos that we've had on our channels, and it's off for sure, but it's not down to the exact number, but it's definitely close. So if I have a video that has an 80% dislike ratio, which is really low for me, it would be low for you too. Most of our videos are 97, 98%. You know what I mean? But if it has something that's like an 80%, then the extension's going to show that it's a much lower than normal. That's how it works. It's like guidelines.
David Cushmore for 5. They should do an Alien versus Snow. Hold on. They should do an Alien versus Snow White. It could be entertaining. Thank you, David. I hope you're not drinking too much this morning. We read that. XR Coon for 2. Dan Vasquez less gay than Beardo cutting his food. Apparently Beardo cuts his food gay. I don't know.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Rough. Thaddeus Thunderclad for 5. Rachel has been way worse, way more consistently than Brie ever was. Jeremy is an IDOT.
We're all IDOTs here in the 199. We're all IDOTs.
Tobias for 5. Just glad this fucking week is done. I can't take more of it, and I'm tired of feeling empty after finally feeling back to normal. Thanks, 199 and GCA. Hey,
hope we can entertain you. Hopefully we can entertain you.
The week is over. Don't worry, Tobias. Speaking of other people that probably want this week to end, Borderlands 2 has been such a massive total flop at the box office, Jeremy, and it may end up being the biggest flop of the year when it's all said and done. There are people that are saying it took Madam Web's throne for the worst movie of the year that we've seen so far. And there's been some interesting responses to it, certainly after that $8.6 million opening weekend, getting savaged by the critics. It's sitting at 9% audience score right now. I think 9% critic score. I think the all audience is around 36, 37%. And, Take-Two Interactive, who bought Gearbox, who are the developers for Borderlands, when we started hearing a lot of this, the Take-Two CEO said, hey, you know what? We just asked you to give the film a chance. We think it looks and feels really cool. So hopefully you go out there and give it a shot. A little bit different than what the Gearbox CEO has been saying, and that is Randy Pitchford.
Well, you did say Borderlands 2. He obviously meant Borderlands. So you did say Borderlands 2 when you let in. So
Borderlands 2. Well,
yeah.
Borderlands.
I don't think we're gonna get one. We're not gonna get a sequel.
We're gonna get a sequel to the Borderlands movie. Borderlands bombs at the box office as Gearbox CEO responds to the backlash. And yes, Randy Pitchford had decided that the way he was going to deal with this was just spurg out on Twitter. And that's what he did. He spurged out on Twitter. He started blocking nearly everybody that he could. He got in a fight with Paul Tassi, of all people, saying Paul Tassi was being too mean to him.
Holy shit.
You've probably seen a lot of Paul Tassi articles and tweets and stuff like that over the years. He's no fan of people like us. But Paul Tassi just simply said, yeah, I don't think the movie's any good. And look at Randy Pitchford spurging out over this. Why are you acting like a deranged fool? Paul writes gaming articles on Forbes. It's literally his job. Nobody ever got the vibe he's obsessed with you. Just sounds like you got main character syndrome. Must be some new usage of the word deranged fool you're using. I got the vibe he's obsessed with Borderlands, not me. I'd be quite content for the dude to never think of me again. Cheers. 31 comments. And this is after Randy Pitchford goes on a blocking spree, blocks a bunch of longtime Borderlands fans of the actual game, and then writes this diatribe on social media about blocking assholes, including, and some people he accidentally got caught up in there, except that Paul Tassi guy. It was pointed out to me I blocked him too. So far, I think I accidentally blocked 3 people. Not Paul Tassi. Thought he was being a dick, so I blocked him on purpose. I unblocked him, but I might block him again. Something about that dude's attitude just feels off to me. I read some shit he wrote where he seems to act like he knows me and fronts like he knows something he doesn't. And that doesn't rub me the right bad vibes. But I don't know him at all and only know what he writes on Twitter. So who knows? The internet can be a mess sometimes. This was a compilation of a meltdown. That's what it was this weekend for Randy Pitchford. And this is what happens when you take a bad situation and make it even worse. Borderlands is bombing at the box office. It's going to be a failure. It's a flop. It's only a question of how much money will it actually lose. But now you're doing damage. You're doing damage to the game franchise as well with this. When the CEO of Gearbox is melting down on Twitter against fans, against any journalists they can find that might disagree with them, and showing so clearly you're very sensitive about this thing, people are not going to think twice if they do a Borderlands 4 about actually buying in.
Yeah, we're in this phase, man, where these creative people live in such a echo chamber that whenever they get a glimpse into anything that doesn't just give them their exact opinion fed back to them, they have these meltdowns. Like this is such beta childlike behavior from this guy. How old is this guy?
Older than you.
This is pathetic, man.
Like Randy Pitchford's probably in his mid to late 50s, I would guess.
We're talking about a massively successful person who's been, created something that millions of people have enjoyed, but now you're just having a teenager level meltdown on social media and then addressing it. Like, I don't understand how the mindset of these successful entrepreneur guys that become these mega CEOs of these companies, and then suddenly just because one thing doesn't go your way, you just start doing this. And how do you think this is a good look? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And you're supposed to be the leader of other people. You're supposed to be setting the tone for other people. Now, again, if he was trolling and like having fun with it, then that's a whole different ballgame. But he's clearly an emotional wreck over this thing. You know what I mean?
And he was trying to do some cope originally. He put a tweet out that it's like, so what you're saying is that me and my team do a better job of telling a story than award-winning actors and filmmakers and everything. Guess that's good news for us. But then he then continued. And again, blocking anybody that said anything negative about the movie, even people that are longtime fans of Borderlands, people that he had met that got invited out to do Gearbox stuff, like with the video, with the game franchise. Like, he blocked a bunch of them. It's just kind of wild.
It is. I mean, like, everybody has to like evolve. Like, I used to be a complete asshole on Twitter, because it was fun.
Yes.
It was fun, but I realized, like, as the channel grew and as Geeks Gamers grew, it was like you can't fight with every loser over there. I mean, I used to just do the dumbest shit imaginable, but I did it because it was fun. It wasn't like I've never blocked people. I don't block people on social media. I'm not saying that you're wrong for blocking people if that's what you do. I don't block people unless it, like, you're talking about, like, if there's a next level situation like doxing or some shit like that. But like, I don't block people. But when you get to a certain point where you're like, yeah, this is behaving like this when you are running a company or running something, you're trying to set a standard and a tone, not really something you should be doing. And then, of course, yeah, your point is valid about like how this could have a negative impact on the games. Because I mean, that's the whole thing, is the Borderlands franchise has a massive fan base. But this whole thing, I don't know if they expected this to, I don't know what was the budget for Borderlands?
About 120 million.
So it's and is it even going to make 100 million?
No.
Like worldwide?
No.
Holy shit. What is it projected to hit right now?
So let's compare it to something like Madam Web, right? We could do that pretty quickly.
Which was a horrible, horrible disaster. And that's kind of the bottom of the barrel that you can compare it to.
Truly is.
Dan Bass says, life goal, making Jeremy block me. I would never block a homosexual that represents the LGBT community, such as yourself, Dan. I would not want to be called a bigot. My goal is to not be called a bigot on Twitter. So there you go. Would never do that. Odin is needed. Box office breakdown from Odin.
So let's look at the comparison between Madam Web and Borderlands, right? Madam Web made just over $100 million at the worldwide box office. Actually show the window. There we go. Madam Web made $100 million overall. Just barely squeaked by. Congratulations, Madam Web. What was its opening weekend, right? $15 million. That's almost twice as much as the opening weekend for Borderlands was. Borderlands opened, let's see, to 8.6 million.
Jeez.
And certainly just throughout the week, it hasn't cracked $1 million on any of these days. Yesterday, it made, well, on Wednesday, sorry, because their official numbers for Thursday are not out, $500,000. This is not going to go very well for them. I think
this is a monumental failure.
It's a monumental failure. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up at like $60 million worldwide for this thing, because it was doing worse internationally than it was domestically. Maybe with a long run, it might squeak up there to 70 or something. But another big difference, Madam Web only cost like 80 or $90 million to make. Still, obviously, lost money, but cheaper to make than Borderlands.
Yeah, I mean, to put it in perspective, if it's $120 million budget, it probably needed to make what, about $250 to $300 million just to break even.
Usually, I would say more than that. It sounds like their marketing budget. They're claiming their marketing budget was pretty slim, like 30 or 40 million. So I would say $300 million is probably the break-even point for the movie. And it's
gonna make around 60 to 70 million, maybe. Holy crap.
I think that's realistic. I think realistically, that's what you're looking at.
Yes. So this meltdown from the CEO is obviously, it's not going to hurt the movie because the movie's already been hurt. What can it hurt? It can hurt the games, and it can hurt that side of the community.
Yeah, I think so. And I think when you're looking at it, especially,
not saying it will, just saying it can. It's the thing. It can.
I think it already has. Now, what level of that remains to be seen. But when you have a guy who's blocking big time fans of the franchise, people who have made content about it in the past, that's like, that immediately is going to set a tone and set a vibe. And I don't think it's going to go well for them.
I just, these, and I guarantee, again, I'm speculating here. Okay. I'm speculating, but I would guarantee you we probably, if we searched his politics out, we would know what side of the aisle he lands on with this type of behavior.
I don't even think it matters. What matters is that the fucking movie is dog shit, and you have
I think it does matter, though.
Freaking out.
I think it does. I think there's definitely a connection to people that behave like this that are big time CEOs. They truly hate the voice of the people. They hate when people have a voice when it doesn't line up with exactly what they say, and they tend to attack and they tend to label, and they're very, very much a shallow kind of existence of whatever they believe. They can't take anything that criticizes that, and they start breaking. So happens every time.
All right. Singing Tigs for 2. YouTube super chat censoring's out of control. Hail. Well, if you can't get it through there, you can always go over on Rumble. We do have some Rumble rants as well to get to. Mighty Megatron for 5. It's called Pride Pox. Remember who is getting it. And then the media went silent. Bentley Guy for 5. It's true. Being a Bama fan is a noted risk factor for contracting monkeypox.
Roll Tide,
no
baby.
dogs.
Roll Tide.
Is that true? How many Alabama fans have monkeypox? Is there a Venn diagram? Lance, I thought they changed monkeypox to a more appropriate title. Gay, but sex pox. Thank you. Beardo's inner thoughts. Oh my gosh. I love bananas. Do I have monkeypox? Maybe you do. Maybe you do.
Jeez.
Go on creates Prometheus Creations for 10. Updating Fortnite. I should be on tonight if you need another, Jeremy. Room's almost done. I'll be setting it up soon and getting shit done for the fans.
It will be a Fortnite weekend. New update is out. Hopefully these dog shit medallions, at least I know they have new medallions. I just wish the medallions would go and eliminate them completely. But we got the new Doom update. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So all weekend I'll be playing Fortnite.
Beardo cuts his waffles the long way for 2. Thank you. Watch clips where Steph not only shows his girly steak cutting, but proves savvy right about his legs. Assume Beardo.
Yep.
Van Vertis for 199. Be right back. Got to take a vicious shit. Thanks.
Thank
Van.
you.
DJ for 10. It wasn't acting, or it wasn't eating. Beardo was doing that with banana. Jeremy was a little jealous. Dan Vask just unimpressed. Firebird Stark for 5. Borderlands theaters are so empty. Goku and Vegeta are going there to fight to make sure no one is hurt. Yeah. Benson X for 10. Randy's always been a slimy liar. Remember the Colonial Marines debacle back in the day? I don't know. I don't know about the Colonial Marines stuff.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I never got into Borderlands, so I'm not sure exactly the history and all of that from it.
Stay at Home Hippo for 10. For the uninitiated, Randy Pitchford sang a song about bigots some years ago at Games Convention. The silent crowd spoke louder than Randy.
That makes a lot of sense.
We do also have to get into something else, Jeremy, because we do now have a couple advertisers here on the channel, which is
right.
Awesome. And specifically, this one was fun for me because Raycon reached out to us, and you know, Raycon's the maker of headphones, things like that. Well, they have new earbuds that are out, and luckily they sent them to me and not Jeremy, so I could actually get some use out of them.
Thanks, Raycon. Thanks, Raycon. Yeah, maybe next time send them to the boss. Okay, maybe they think Ryan runs Geeks and Gamers though, because he does kind of run Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, they did. I listen. I'm gonna be real. I think they sent it to the right person. That's all I'm saying.
They didn't send them to me. They sent them to Ryan.
They're like, this requires, hey, reading a little bit about a product, doing some research. So like, we should probably give this to Ryan. But for the past, I would say 2 weeks or so, I've had these. I use earbuds all the time.
Same.
I usually use my Samsung earbuds, and recently I've kind of been switching in between these. And I wasn't expecting a ton, if I'm just like being honest with you, but they've been pretty solid. I've been using kind of interchangeably with my Samsung earbuds, and they've got, ergonomic design and all those things they kind of want you to talk about. And it just feels good. It feels easy. They've got noise canceling. They come in a variety of different colors and everything like that. You can connect it to multiple devices as well. So if you are in need for some, pretty reasonably priced earbuds that work perfectly well, go check out Raycon. You can check out the page, or you can check out the link in the description below, both over on YouTube and on Rumble right now. Or you can just go there for yourself, rayconglobal.com/geeksgamers. So it's Geeks Gamers is the website landing page. That's very important. If you type in Geeks and Gamers, you're going to get lost. You got to go rayconglobal.com/geeksgamers.
There we go. And thank you to Raycon. We appreciate that.
Yeah, and like I said, they do they sound better than I expected them. I was getting it and I was like, well, I don't know really what to expect for this. And they sounded great. I want black because I'm not a fucking weirdo, but I know some of you weirdos out there do like the colored ones. And the colored ones out there, they are available.
And if we sell a few, maybe they'll actually send me a pair instead of Ryan. Maybe. I don't know. But we gotta sell some, I guess.
I think I talked to them and they said they're just going to send me more of them. So I'm perfectly fine with that too. So shout out to Raycon. We appreciate the hell out of them.
Thank you, Raycon. And thank you, chat. Appreciate it. Right.
And maybe some more people are interested in that than some of the other stuff. We're going to have different stuff. And I think probably a lot of the audience interested in Raycon.
Ryan is not a headphone bigot. That's what they said.
Oh, I'm all black, baby. When it comes to my phone, when it comes to my earbuds, when it comes to my watch, all black all the time. My movies, not so much.
You like the Batman. You gave it an 8 out of 10.
Bro, fucking Blue-Eyed Scorpio is such a dumbass fucking troll. He in that Blaze clip that I retweeted yesterday, Blue-Eyed Scorpio just comes in and replies, that's the guy who hated the Batman movie because it had black people.
He's always in my comments and people are like going at him because he says,
yeah, that's exactly what happened to him, of course. People are like, he gave it an 8 out of 10. People are defending me, so thank you.
The fact is you like the Batman more than I did, but you get all the hate because of your video.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
How many times have you seen the Batman now? How many times
watched through it like since it's been like on Max or whatever. I've probably watched it 2 or 3 times. It's not like I turn it on all the time or anything. I still think that like the first 10 or 15 minutes of that movie are fucking like some of the best Batman shit I've seen. Like that monologue he does about how I can't be everywhere all the time. So like he's like instilling fear in criminals that he could potentially be anywhere. I love that shit. The third act goes a little off the rails, but for the most part, I really like the movie.
My biggest issue with that movie is I feel like it could have been edited down about 20 or 30 minutes and flowed so much better. I felt like the scenes drug out way too long. And that was on the rewatch. I didn't really notice it the first time. It was the second time. But I love the soundtrack and I love Gotham, which are 2 very important components for a Batman movie. Gotham needs to kind of have like a characteristic feel. It needs to feel like a character, where I think that's the weak point of the Nolan trilogy. Although I don't think that Gotham is terrible in the Nolan trilogy. I just don't think it's as good as Burton's Gotham, which is the King. And then I did like the Gotham in the Batman. So, but I just didn't, I have issues with that movie though.
Where the fuck did I end up at?
Yeah, Batman Begins, Jessica, does have that's the best Gotham for sure. If the Dark Knight Rises
ones, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like also if the Dark Knight Rises would have stayed in Chicago, I feel like that it would have been a little more, the movies would have felt a little more connected. Where'd it go? Was it Pittsburgh? Is that where Dark Knight Rises was? I think. I can't remember, but they didn't film it in Chicago.
Hines Ward was on the football field.
Yeah. I think it was Pittsburgh.
10-0 for 5. Haven't been able to send a super chat in a while. Got a new job and can't listen to my phone as much. Got some downtime and want to say happy Friday.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, 10-0. Enjoy your new job. Tomac. Let's see. I'd like to remind you guys that when Borderlands 3 was coming out, if you misgendered the robot, you'd be banned from the forums.
Wow.
And I remember some people's keys were being revoked.
Really? That's ridiculous. What's up, Tomac?
Dermy Wormy. I'm at the beginning, but yes, Jeremy, Rachel's worse than Bree. Rachel's responded to me twice. And all times were condescending. The fact that someone would stoop so low as to reply to Dermy Wormy really tells you the type of person they are.
Yeah, I'm going to have to retract my previous statement. Rachel is worse if she replied to Dermy Wormy. That's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, reality. I don't know in terms of if the Backlash has surpassed that or not. It's tough for me to really have a vibe for that because I wasn't making videos during that time.
I don't think it has.
When you look at like the substance of what she has said and is going to continue to say and continues like to do this thing, I definitely think it's worse. And I don't even know how much you can argue what she's said is worse. Let's see. Dr. Gene Banana, member for a month. I played through Borderlands 2, having already played 1 in preparation for the movie. Haven't been more disappointed in my life. Fun games, shit movie.
Woof.
Black Cane for 2. We all know Ryan doesn't like the colored ones. Well, thank you, Black Cane. Accident Seller for Norwegian 20. Is Invisible Woman naked always? And how would we know?
It's a great question.
No, their suits fucking are able to adapt to their fucking powers. So, but yeah, that'd be nice. I guess if you can't see her, it doesn't really matter. Gonzo Sean for 2. Jeremy can buy that Cobra chair now with the ad money. Gen X Memories for 5. They're gonna steal the election again. If they can't cheat enough to win, they'll bump Trump sometime after the election. Hope I'm wrong.
Hope you are too.
Gen X. Hope you're wrong on both counts. Jason Yankovic for 5. I know some of you weirds out there do like the colored ones. Definitely not going to get clipped. Well, listen. I would not want to carry around me personally, my personality. I wouldn't want to carry around a purple earbud.
I would not carry. I would not.
If I was a girl, probably.
Yeah.
Aided Clock for 5. I love my Raycons. Listen to you guys with them at work. Would love a Geeks and Gamers pair. Well, I don't think we're going to get custom G&G pairs anytime soon, but we do appreciate Raycon, and I'm getting a fucking lot of use out of them. So, Brian Keith for 2. You guys are gay. Hail to the chat. 199. That's all. Thank you, Brian. The Hidden B23 for 5. Finished my first ever watch through a Batman the Animated season or series season 1 last night. And holy cow, has writing and storytelling fallen off? Hail. Certainly has.
Disco Cobra. Been a while since Disco Cobra was here. I mean, he's popped up about a week ago. So he was gone for a while. So it's good to see you back, buddy.
Why don't you read it?
Let's see who all here has seen the latest Falling in Reverse video. Think he has an album out as well. Always a spectacle watching Ronnie Rad do his thing. One of the best doing it now. Why did you say why don't you read it? You said it all it was really feminine.
Well, because I pulled it up and you were like, Disco Cobra, right as I pulled it up.
Well, it's just Disco Cobra. It's just like I was saying hi.
You got excited. I thought you wanted to address it yourself. I
was excited to see Disco Cobra.
All the other people he didn't get excited about, go fuck yourself, obviously. M Campia U fan. M Campia U fan. Hey, M Campia U fan.
Well, I see him every day. Disco Cobra disappeared for 3 months.
It's like the McRib. I get it. I blame Jeremy's lack of eyebrows why we got Snow Brown. One bitch today. Not Ryan. Hashtag 199. Thank you, M. Campia. You Accident Seller. You ruined my fantasy, you figs. Are bad.
You want to talk? You want to talk about ruining a fantasy? You know the effer right under pussy guy?
Yeah.
100% staged. All of it. Every single person involved in those videos staged. Every single person an actor. I found that out because somebody that clipped our reaction put it up on their channel, and the first comment said that, and I looked it up. 100% fake. I found this all out last night. I'm like, my life is ruined. My life is ruined. The whole thing was a setup.
That fucking sucks, dude.
Oh, it's the worst thing ever, dude. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I'm depressed. I'm
I wish you
depressed.
just wouldn't have told me.
I wish the person wouldn't have told me.
You could have kept it to yourself. But now you fucking destroyed my feelings too, Jeremy. Thank you. I don't even know how to deal with that.
I know. It's depressing.
Go on creates. Well, they do say real men wear pink, Ryan. I don't know who they is, but maybe. The only listen, I fucking want a pink shirt here or there or whatever, but not often. And if I want like my accessories that I might have with me every day, black goes with everything. Van for $5. You've seen Shane Gillis's Trump and Adam Ray as Biden on Kill Tony. Absolutely hilarious. Also, Raycons are amazing. Using them now, 10 out of 10. People, I didn't know so many people in our audience was using Raycons, so that's awesome. Shane Gillis's Trump is fucking hilarious. I don't know if you saw the recent one where Joe Rogan came out, like while he was talking shit about him.
Oh yeah, I saw Joe
funny.
Rogan took the picture and everything. So yeah, it's good stuff. Right here, look at here.
Hey everybody, my name is John Kane, and 1 year ago today, I uploaded a video to liveleak.com pretending to be a news reporter talking about a missing woman and how I wanted to fuck her right in the pussy if she was ever found. Well, being the 1 year anniversary, I decided to release the bloopers.
Fuck her right in the pussy!
You want me to say fuck her right in the pussy?
Yeah.
All staged, bro. All of it.
Than anticipated to find the 64-year-old crack in the pipeline. That's wrong. It took crews longer than anticipated.
All set up, man. Can you believe that? My life is over. Like there's no reason to live anymore.
Fuck, man, that sucks, dude.
I can't believe it.
That is really like the worst thing I could possibly imagine. We need a palate cleanser. Let's remind people of something that actually is worse than that. That is Rachel Zegler's Snow White.
Nice segue.
Okay. We have to talk about it. That's the only thing that I could imagine that's worse that would help me forget about how horrible fucker right in the pussy guy being fake is. But when it comes to Disney's woke Snow White with Rachel Zegler, they've got a lot riding on this movie figuratively and literally. When you look at the reception to so much of what Disney's put out, especially some of these live action remakes that they've been putting out over the past few years, it went from easy, like money in the bank, make $1 billion at the box office, no problem in 2018, 2019, to now they know that this thing is going to be a financial disaster. Back in November, I think, December of last year, Jeremy, this article came out. Disney spent $330 million on its live-action Snow White movie, and they're concerned. Now, again, remember, $330 million, that was before they were done with VFX and post-production. This is before they did multiple sets of reshoots on the movie. So most people's estimation is this could end up being somewhere around a $400 million price tag on Rachel Zegler's Snow White movie. And when you consider their most recent live action failure, Little Mermaid, which floundered at the box office, $570 million against a $250 million budget and $150 million marketing campaign, lost well over $100 million from Disney. It looks like this one's setting up to be significantly worse. And go ahead.
No. I'm looking forward to this. I was curious what the when's the release date for this?
March 21st, 2025, something like that. Which,
correct me if I'm wrong, it's not the greatest release schedule. March historically. I mean, you usually want to wait until like June or July. Like March, like January's the worst. January, February, terrible. March,
that's a Black Panther.
So, well, but so January and February are kind of like, that's historically not been great.
Batman v Superman release, like
Batman v Superman did release in March.
Yeah,
pretty sure it did, and that movie underperformed.
Now, I will say there is a little precedent for them specifically. Beauty and the Beast released in March. Captain Marvel released in March. Yeah, Dune Part 2 released in March.
Okay.
So yeah, specifically, if you're looking at Disney live action like reimagining bullshit, they did release Beauty and the Beast in March, apparently.
So if we're looking at the numbers, that we're looking at this potentially up to $400 million budget, meaning it's almost guaranteed to lose money.
Yeah, I mean, even if you go like conservatively and say, hey, maybe with the UK tax cuts, you get it down to around $350 million. And we go really conservative with a marketing campaign at $100 million. You're still talking about something that needs to hit $900 million just to break even. That's basically the most conservative estimate you could possibly imagine, is something that almost needs $1 billion to break even. And with what we're seeing now, considering you have anti-Israeli people boycotting the movie because of Gal Gadot, and now because of Rachel Zegler, you have people that are on Israel's side saying, fuck this, I'm not going to go support this bitch in this movie. You've got those people that are angry as well. But the reality is the biggest chunk of people out there that aren't going to go see it are just the normal everyday consumers that are looking at this and think it's a pile of shit, that don't like the way Rachel Zegler's talked about this. Longtime Disney fans, right? Even some of them, regardless of their necessarily political affiliation, they feel like she disrespected it from the beginning, and they don't want to see one of their favorite stories just completely and totally bastardized. And just look at this, Jeremy. Over 700,000 dislikes. This thing might hit 1 million in the next, I don't know, week or so, if it keeps going the way it is.
Yeah, and it deserves all the hate that it's getting. And she's going to, so she shut up for a long time after the initial hate. And now because of the Palestine Israel stuff, now she's amping back up for all the dislike stuff all the stuff that's turning people off. And yeah, people don't understand, like, this whole Israel Palestine thing, that's real consequences involved in like how people are going to perceive that. And if you're pissing both sides off, that's not a good scenario for this movie. So she's pissed off the hardcore Disney fans with her disrespect of Snow White. She's pissed off all of the kind of the commentary YouTube side of things like us. And now she's pissed off the pro-Israel crowd. And then you've got the Palestine side that's mad at Gal Gadot. This is a shit show, dude.
Yeah. And listen,
shit show.
If Gal Gadot had gone out there and she had said, thank you so much for my support, or thank you so much for the support of Snow White, and then made like some big pro-Israeli statement after it, I would also be like, that's probably not something that Disney fucking wants, right? Because you are inherently like attaching like a real life political viewpoint or aspect like into the promotion of your movie. So regardless of like my opinion or which side I'm on, even if she had done that, I there still would have been criticism for her out there. But for Rachel Zegler to do it attached to promotion for the movie, it's a massive fucking problem. And they're the ones that basically had her quiet down, sent her out to do that PR damage control interview that she did, where she reversed course and said, oh, I actually love the movie. I'm such a big, hardcore, longtime Disney fan. I love the original movie, after all the clips we had of her saying otherwise. This is what happens when you hire young activist actresses in modern day Hollywood. They are going to speak out. Same thing with Amanda Stenberg for Star Wars, for Lucasfilm, right? They are not going to shut the fuck up. They're going to continue to speak out and cause controversy because they have the viewpoint that it's actually like their mission. Like, it's actually something that is more important to them than the success of their movie. Getting that out there, using their influence to tell their followers what they think.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at this right here. I mean, her tweet talking about Palestine got almost double. I can't read it. Was it 78 or 68? Is that what it is? The Free Palestine. It got 68,000.
68,000
okay.
to 41,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it got significantly more than her promotion of her movie. That's what people like Rachel Zegler care about, is getting traction on social media, being accepted on social media. That's what she cares about. That's her main priority, not making a good movie or respecting the source material or making sure you're doing a good job for the multi-million-dollar payday that you're getting. No. It's acceptance on social media. That's what she cares about more than anything. And that entire mindset is what you're seeing with a lot of these young actors and actresses. That's all they care about.
Yeah, and when it comes to their reputation in terms of another live action disaster from something they've bastardized that was beloved before, and when it comes to the financial standpoint, Disney is like, they have to know at this point. It's a foregone conclusion. This thing's going to be a woke disaster for them. I don't know I don't know what they could do to change it at this point.
Alec Baldwin's finger for a proper 199 and says everything is fake and or gay. Sad but true. Like, there's very little on the internet that's actually like real. You know what I mean?
Apparently.
But
me sad, dude.
I just got more bad news of something else that apparently was staged. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this one. Gary G says Nolan's Batman movies were all staged too.
Yeah.
What the
fair.
fuck?
I've always heard that allegation.
What the fuck?
We could never really confirm.
If I find out that wrestling's not real, I may have to quit the internet at this point. I may, like, if I find out that wrestling's not real, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be done. I don't know how I'm gonna move forward.
Sigh.
So
Black Kane for 5. So Ryan doesn't hate the coloreds, he just doesn't want them in the neighborhood or his kid's school. We were talking about Raycon cases, by the way. For the record, Black Kane. Teresa Young, almost 2 years watching. Glad I'm a member. Love spending time with you guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll try to keep it. If you think it's great, then we'll try to keep it that way. Maximus BT, are you retarded? Thank you. The Average Welder, our society peaked in the 90s. Hi, Ryan. Jeremy's gay. Thank you. Accident Seller, want to be more depressed? Hawk Tua girl said she'd vote for Biden. That means Harris now. Hawk Tua. I don't know. What about that is supposed to depress me?
Like
that a young girl votes Democrat? I was like,
so what did she say? She's voting Democrat or something?
I don't know. According to Accident Seller, who Accident Seller says Hawk Tua girl said she'd vote for Biden.
Yeah, I personally, I do not care about that chick at all. Like, at all. Regardless,
I especially don't care about her political opinions.
Yeah,
like
that's one meme that just, like, it was entertaining for like 48 hours, and it's like, I'm done. I don't care about that chick at all.
My problem with it was it went viral on Instagram before it came to Twitter, like a few days before. So I had already been kind of like memed out by it. And there was some funny shit out there. There really was some funny shit originally, but I like kind of seen it on Instagram, and then 3 days later, for somehow it got in the Twitter zeitgeist and took over.
Yeah.
Maximus for $1. Ryan, I'm coming for your lesbian hair. Well, thank you. Better hydrate. Again, thank you to ABF.
F in the house.
Baldwin's finger. This isn't where I parked my car for 2. Doug Townsend, car sales guy, fixes the issue. Is that the dude who I think that's like the TikToks and makes fun of them?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the guy. Yeah, he's great.
Alex Papa, $5, around $5. Kind of bad time for Disney to have a Jew playing a main antagonist in their new Dwarfs movie, but at least she's hot. Thank you, Alex Papa. Chaos Merchant, FHRITP.
Fucker right in the
pussy. Might have been fake, but it did inspire people to do it for real.
It did. You
can take solace in that. Ministry of Wrong Thing for 199. Man, Jeremy, fuck. Hold on. Man, Jeremy, you need a comma in there somewhere.
You need to add Anna to it, the name.
Yeah. Man, Jeremy, fuck Paulina Luna, if you can. Accident Seller for 20. Shh, be quiet as fuck. Ryan's in recording mode. Thank you. Jay Tripping Poo is stage 2. Jay paid him off. Did you see Jay did the research as I asked and found out how to pronounce Gal Gadot's name?
I mean, I saw it too, but her name's Gal Gadot. This is America, okay?
Hold on. I got to go to his video because it was like, this was like so fucking super intentional. And and funny. Here, let's see if we can.
Her name is Gal Gadot. This is America.
It's not. Here, I want to play this little bit from Jay's video here. Jay will get a shout out here.
Was mispronouncing Gal Gadot's name, and everybody was trying to help me in the comment section. So I just went to the source. So here we go.
Gal, like different variations, but I totally get it because it's hard to pronounce. But yeah, my name is Gal Gadot.
Thank you for clearing that up, and I'll probably say it wrong. Okay, sorry. Gal Gadot haters call.
Literally the next thing he says it wrong.
Only Jay. Only Jay.
But like Gal Gadot is the, like, I would say that's the way most people actually do say it. So that's like almost an approved mispronunciation. Gail?
Yeah, Gail.
Gail?
Gail with a Y.
This is an actual word. Like, gal is a word. That's a fucking word in the English language, right? Like, guys and gals, right? What the fuck?
I just like how Jay puts the proper pronunciation in there and then immediately follows up with mispronouncing it.
God.
Oh, shout out to Drunk 3PO. Make sure you subscribe to Drunk 3PO. Let's get him to 100K. Let's get him to 100K.
He's gonna try to ride the Snow White thing to 100K. The mystery for 10. To cheer everyone up, we could watch Beardo cutting his steak weird based on the title of the video on G&G Life in the most recent video. Well, you guys can go over there and watch it.
It's cringe. It's really cringe. We'd rather not have that. We have a respectable channel here with sponsors and decency. We don't need to bring Beardo's waffle cutting into it.
That's right. AD the Demon Slayer for 5. Rachel Zegler is not ugly, but it does look like the top of her head has been slowly mushed flat. Going at 90-degree angles. Demi Moore's tapeworm for 199. Rachel needs to shave her back as well. Okay. Skinny Cartman. Fuck him right into poop shoot. Warren for 5. Hope the lady crashing into the car was not staged. Steph would be very sad about that.
That is true. Hey, Deadpool and Wolverine passes Joker to become the highest grossing R-rated movie ever.
Yeah.
It's official. It is official.
It probably happened actually like a day or two ago, but because they're like delayed in the fucking worldwide numbers, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If like we're getting that now based on what we just got in.
What are the projections for it?
I think remember when I told you I thought it was going to have a hard time keeping up that pace? I think we are going to really start to see it slow down, and 1.3 or something might be the top end. Because that third weekend really it was not able to keep up the same pace. It had a fantastic fucking hold though. That second weekend hold was insane, which made a lot of people then speculate, is it going to be able to keep that up? But I just don't think, especially with R-rated movie, I just think it has so many limitations to it.
Right.
That it couldn't keep up that same pace. Accident Seller. CGI dwarves look better than real dwarves, though, because at least it keeps the cartoony feel. Just my 2 cents in this train wreck. I think there's ways that you could do it to make it look all right. I just think they look freaky. They look weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean, practical is always better than CG. Realistic, real people. Like it just takes the life out of it. Like CG was cool back in the day with like the prequels. Like it was like, oh man, this is changing the game. But it's like Hollywood's become way too reliant upon CG now, and it takes away from it. It takes away from the experience. It takes away from how connected you are. It doesn't age well in a lot of situations. It just doesn't work.
Flint AEA for 5. Future project for Rachel Zegler portraying Kamala Harris in biopic. Both idiots who are hateful. Perfect casting. There you go. Accident Seller. Why are Israeli women so hot? Asking for a friend. Well, I don't know if they all are, but certainly a lot of them are. And I'd give Gal Gadot the old Iron Dome, if you know what I'm saying. Are we all caught up over on Rumble? Oh, Movies America for 2. Ryan, way to fly the G&G flag on Blaze News tonight. Jeremy, any truth to the rumor Rachel Zegler is going to visit Gaza as Disney's LGBTQ ambassador? Go Cubs, go. Fuck Alabama. Go Blue. Scan in.
Roll Tide.
Movies America. And yeah, it was cool being on Blaze News tonight. had a quick hitter talking about a couple entertainment things at the end of the show. So that was awesome.
Yeah. And I don't know this rumor you're talking about. So, but I wouldn't put it past Disney for any of their bullshit at this point.
Well, I think that was probably just a meme.
I know that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past Disney at anything at this point. But they're going to try to stay out of this as much as possible. But they've involved themselves by hiring activists over and over again, so they're going to stay out of it. But when you
I can't imagine some of their investors are happy with Rachel Zegler's opinion.
Yeah, no, and that's the whole thing is that they've brought this upon themselves, and I personally I have no vested interest either way. Gal Gadot, for whatever reason, people like her, and that's fine. I think she's hot, but I also think she's a crazy leftist, so I really have no sympathy for her. I have no problem when leftists eat each other alive at all. So that's always been my stance on it. So let them fight.
Fulsome lockdown for 5. Heads up. Stone Cold recently stated he's too busy with UTV racing to care to leave Nevada when asked about a return to wrestling, but made sure to note WrestleMania will be in Las Vegas next year.
Yep. It's going to be huge.
Taker for 5. Being the leader she knows she can be means barging into a stranger's house and ordering the owners to clean it so you're more comfortable. Yeah, people have done like one-to-one comparisons of the movie versus the new movie, and Rachel's or Snow White's like, you guys do this and I'll help with this. But in the new trailer, she's literally just telling them what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Funny.
Yep.
Dubby Nanners for 10. With both Joker and Deadpool and Wolverine being record-breaking R-rated movies, what's the likely Hollywood studio strats making more R-rated movies?
I don't think so. I think that this is a Ryan Reynolds project. This is a Deadpool project. This movie specifically. Now, again, Hollywood does try to follow trends, but I think everybody realizes why this movie was successful. This is not setting a new standard for Hollywood.
Mr. Toxicity for 2. James Cameron needs to let Terminator go. Yeah, he needs to kill it. Demi Moore's Tapeworm. Have you guys not seen Rachel in a dress? She looks like a Wookiee. I'm cool with Bush, not back Bush. Hail 199. IDOTS forever.
IDOTS forever.
Jesus Davila for 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Jesus. Pizza for 5. Respect Gal Gadot, Ryan. I did. What are you talking about?
Gadot.
I do respect her. I was just saying
in any scenario,
I would like to have sex with her. How much more respectful can I be?
If you never heard her say her name, how would you say her name if you had never seen it? If you had never heard it and you saw it for the first time and you just were reading in an article, didn't know who she was, how would you say that name?
I would say Gal Gadot.
Yes, because it's America.
Well, just because that's what I think it would be. And then because I wasn't sure how to say it, I listened to her. Because then I heard people say Gal Gadot, like cookie dough. And I was like, I don't know. Is it the T silent, whatever? And I did my own fucking research and I listened to her say it. It's Gal Gadot. But because I'm not going to put a hard T on it at the end, Gal Gadot.
All right. Hey, Money Wilson's just kind of destroyed me.
What do you say?
Let me see if I can find it. Hey, Money Wilson, you kind of got me there because I even worked here. Right here. Home Depot.
But that's the thing. It's not a silent T. There is a T on the end of it. There is a T.
That was pretty funny.
We're all caught up.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Friday Night Tights, Cobra Cast, a very busy day, and all weekend Fortnite. I'll be streaming my perspective on my D-Day Cobra 199 channel. That the gaming streams have been doing really well over there, so thank you guys. Really appreciate that. But yeah, all weekend we'll be doing that. Looking forward to the new update. Haven't played it yet, so we'll see how it goes. But Ryan, what do you got going on?
I don't know. Just normal stuff. Just making videos, and that's about it. It'll be on FNT later. Gotta watch Alien Romulus before then.
Good old Alien Romulus.
Did you see the rumors the new Spidey movie will be in the multiverse with Toby and Garfield? Because cameos, guys. You like cameos, right? Haven't seen that at all.
Haven't heard that one.
Tobias for 5. I pronounce it Guaido because of the movie Waiting for Guaido. The hard T must be a regional thing from Israel since a lot of our words use soft T's. Gal Gadot.
Tobias, hope you're doing well, buddy. We appreciate all of you. Thank you again to Raycon, and thank you to Rumble for setting all that up for us. We really appreciate it. Had a great audience on Rumble as well. And Sports Wars is closing in on 50,000 followers on Rumble. So make sure you go over there and shoot a follow to
Sports.
Yes, right now.
Barstool.
Yeah, we have a bigger sports channel on Rumble than Barstool fucking Sports right now. Okay,
that's right.
And they have ownership. Yeah, what's up, Portnoy? Where you at? Portnoy? We
it's
didn't
only
even
a matter
have
of time until they pass us.
I know it is only. It's like it feels like T-Series versus PewDiePie. It's like we know it's gonna happen. Maybe we need to make a diss track just so we can milk as much as we can out of it. But thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to all of you. Depot is a French word. I'm gonna start saying depot now. So
Home Depot.
Home Depot. All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.